basically been calling all over to try to gain some understanding and direction, get listings of all of the incidents and police reports that I can possibly gather. I need to request FOIA reports, which I've done on my laptop and been prevented from doing numerous times. So at this point, I feel like just obtaining all of the police report and record numbers and going into my lawyer's office with them and having him attempt to get them, or maybe even a representative or advocate at the federal Dirksen building may be the only next best option. As I'm going through all of these things, I'm looking at each and every town and jurisdiction where I went for assistance or was sexually assaulted or was bludgeoned or was corruptly targeted. And all of them are close to my family members. I filed reports for the sexual assaults as well as the stalking in the town where my mom lives. Has my mother been being targeted? Is that why she hasn't been calling me since last year? In where my children live, I was chased by multiple on-camera, unmarked cars from Westchester. That's within 3 miles of the town where my children live, the big kids. Are they being targeted now because of that? My ex-husband, the kid's father, is he being targeted because of that? Chicago jurisdictions, the same thing. Anytime that I have brought them a case where I've been victimized and they have refused to even so much as start an investigation, are they then out of animosity or irritation or annoyance or because the state's coming down on them or whatever, now targeting my Orlando, Alexis's dad, my youngest child? I have 3 kids. The first 2 have one father, the baby has another father. If every place that I go, I get attacked and then I go to police for help and they don't help me, but instead arrest me or chase me down the street or enter some sort of fictitious charges, and then I pursue charges against them, are they going after my family members? Is that why Orlando is not allowing my youngest daughter to call me anymore? You know, what is going on? So as someone who is not a dummy, who's pretty smart, and who is a loving mother who misses her children desperately and wants to be at home, where do I go from here? I'm now being denied medical assistance. Do I have to leave the state where I live with no budget? I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm 20 weeks pregnant and I'm being blatantly denied a doctor. I've literally been going into Northwestern Hospital every other week, almost, to have checkups through the ER. Like, you can't, if I have insurance through the state, you would think that it would be in their best interest to allow me to see a regular doctor, right? Not go to the ER for all my care. But they won't help me in any way. They won't assist me in any way. I don't know what to do. So I'm sitting here going over everything case by case by case, the dates, the report numbers. It always starts with me going to them for help, and then I'm arrested. I never have any knowledge of me having any warrants issued, and then it's like they don't even want to press charges. They want to bleed dry any resources or sponsors that I have, which is why my sponsors have had to stay incognito and pretend like they're not even in existence. As soon as I get in a home or begin working, are they going to come try to bleed me dry again? I mean, this is the unlawful targeting that I've discussed and that I've written narratives about so many families in this country experiencing. Why am I still outside in a tent? It's been 4 years. I have no criminal record. The officer that I just spoke with in Lombard said that I pled guilty to failing to yield to a stop sign. That's my criminal record. I'll say, okay. So what does that mean? Because I failure to yield on my stop sign, I don't deserve victim services for being bludgeoned or raped or stabbed? I'm just so confused. Trying to stay calm for the baby, it's just a very confusing time, and I know for a fact that they have taken women like me in similar circumstances as me and impregnated them. So they literally, Xavier was sent to me. I didn't know Xavier. I was literally brought by a man, Juan, who I was working for, doing roofing repair. So it's like insurance claims and things like that. I was translating all of his documentation and rhetoric from English to Spanish and Spanish to English. He and his son brought me downtown, where I waited approximately 2 hours and Xavier approached me and said his brother worked for the district attorney. He was familiar with my case and he could help me, that he had a safe place for me to stay. We stayed there under a week or maybe 2, and we've been outside ever since. And we're not being treated very nicely. So what's really going on here, And it's not going to stop by me leaving the state of Illinois. I left the state of Illinois on a vacation, not even like I need to leave the state of Illinois. Even though my lawyer had told me in 2019, you need to flee the state of Illinois, I laughed at him. I was like, Nick, I'm not fleeing anyone. I have no money. My home is here. My kids are here. I'm not running away. And he told me the same thing like 3 weeks ago. They're targeting you again. You need to flee the state of Illinois. And he said, Heather, for your mental health, you need to leave the state of Illinois. I said, Nick, I don't even have $1 right now. Not even $1. I'm sleeping in a tent and all my stuff is in a cart. How do you want me to flee the state? Where do you want me to go? What do you expect me to do? And after I was bludgeoned in 2021, bludgeoned with a tire iron by a man, I just called for follow-up on that case. They don't know they know the person was arrested. They don't know if the state picked up the charges. How can the state of Illinois see my name as the victim in over 30 violent cases, including rape, and tell each and every area detective there's not enough physical evidence to charge? There's not clearly something going on here. I've made it my entire existence without ever even so much as being in a fist fight. Now I'm being raped regularly, stabbed, beaten, bludgeoned, separated from my family and children. And if this is the targeting that I as an adult am experiencing, what are they doing to my children and my family who cannot verbalize or articulate or even understand what's going on? And how do I make it stop? It's like, I wish for once there would just be one person in the comments who was genuine, who was like, damn, that's fucked up. This is what you should do. There never is. There's never any advice, just a whole lot of condemnation and hate. And I cannot take it anymore. As I always say, if you guys are here to hate me, just go away. This is my safe place, not yours, mine. Your page is your safe place, and I promise you one thing, I will never be in your comments telling you that you're a piece of shit.